Hello to Crystal Robbins. How are you today?
Hi, Ruben. I'm going good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for to chat to you today. So, can you tell me how long have you been a songwriter for?
I've been writing songs since I was about 12 years old, actually. And in high school, I played in a band with a couple of my friends, and we all wrote the songs for that band. And yeah, just in the last 5 or 6 years, I've decided to do my own project, recording and releasing my own songs. Yeah.
So, what was it like going into the recording studio to record your very first single called Wildfire?
Yeah, that was good. So all of my music, I've recorded it here in Darwin with a local producer, engineer, and also local musicians who play in my band. Um, but yeah, we recorded that first single in a rehearsal room because that was the best space we could find, and yeah, it was a really great experience. I really enjoy the recording experience actually, and yeah, most of it we did here in Darwin, and then we sent it off to a woman that plays cello in South Australia, and she recorded the beautiful string parts that are on that song.
So, can you tell me more about your debut EP called Wildfire?
Yeah, so Wildfire, I released that in 2021, and it's got 5 songs on it, including a live version of Wildfire as well as the studio version. Um, yeah, and that was released in 2021.
So, can you tell me more about the single that is called Unveil?
Unravel?
Unravel, yeah.
Yeah, Unravel, yeah. Yeah, so I wrote that one in 2020 when the world was going through a lot of different changes. And it's about trying not to worry about things that you can't control, things that are out of your control, and just trying to go with what's happening around you and go with the flow.
So, would you gigging during COVID times?
We were quite lucky here in Darwin, actually, because we're a very small city and we have lots of space. We didn't really have very strict lockdowns. Um, I was doing a lot of live streaming during lockdowns, and that was really fun actually. And I still continue doing that to this day. I was doing it twice a week back then in 2020 when we couldn't go out and gig. Now I do every Sunday. I live stream my gig, and yeah, some of the same people still come on and watch those live streams. So it's really nice to keep those connections going.
So, can you tell me more about the single is called As Far as the Stars?
Yes, as far as the stars, that was written in a similar time, and it's about just feeling really far away. So I moved here to Darwin about 7 years ago from Sydney, where I grew up, and Sydney's a really big city on the other side of Australia. And Australia is a massive country. It took about 6 days to drive from Sydney all the way to Darwin, so it is a very long way away. But during that time, when you couldn't just hop on a plane and fly back at any time, I felt the distance. I really felt how far I was away from loved ones, family and friends.
So, can you tell me more about the first single released last year called Fortnight?
For tonight, yeah. And I wrote that one after a trip to a very tiny community. It's very remote, right in the middle of the Northern Territory. So it's about 700 kilometres south of Darwin, where I live. And it's a kind of desert land around there, so it's very different to Darwin, which is very tropical. Um, but one night staying there, I was trying to sleep, and I couldn't help just listening to all the sounds of the night, the sounds of the desert coming alive with wind howling and windows rattling and dogs barking, all these unfamiliar sounds. And yeah, I just felt that I was in this really foreign, faraway place that I didn't know. And yeah, but I also felt that like this a sense of connection being there. And I started writing that song for tonight.
So can you remember about the single that released this year called Flowers?
Flowers, yes. So I released that on the same day as the full album as a feature single. And yeah, so that was just released on the 14th of Feb. This one, Flowers, is a love song actually. And it sounds like the lyrics in it kind of sound quite metaphorical, but it's actually quite literal. It's the story of my husband proposed to me in Japan, and it was in summertime. So usually in the north of Japan, it's known for its ski fields in the winter, but in the summer, it just has fields full of flowers everywhere. So yeah, that's what inspired this song, Flowers.
So give me more about your latest album, release your debut album, full album called Moonflower.
Yes, so Moonflower. So I've been working on this album for the last 2.5 years, the recording of it at least. The songs I've been writing for maybe the last 5 years. So it's a big project that I've finally finished, and it feels really good to have it out. And the title, Moonflower, I discovered that the moonflower was a type of flower that only blooms at night, and it's a bit of a symbol of darkness, of beauty emerging from darkness. And I kind of liked that idea. It reminded me of the songwriting process a little bit. And also on the album, there's lots of references to nature and to the moon and to flowers, such as the song Flowers. And yeah, so I thought that title just fit really nicely.
So does songwriting come easy for you?
Sometimes it does, yeah. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. I have also been part of online songwriting groups before, which has been really good, where you kind of try and write a song each week and then share it with your songwriting group and get feedback from everyone. So that's kind of good if you need a bit of accountability, which I do sometimes.
So can you tell me more about what's it like being an independent artist for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's good things and bad things, I guess. It is pretty tough at the moment, of course, because I guess anyone can release music, which is a good thing and a bad thing. There's a lot of musicians out there, and the thing about being independent is you have to do everything. So many jobs. So sometimes that does make it hard to just focus on the music, which is what you really want to do. But of course, we have to promote the music. We have to organize all the recording ourselves, which is a huge project actually to manage. Any tours we have to organize and fund ourselves, making merch. Yeah, pretty much every job, sending the music to radio stations and newspapers, and yeah, the list goes on and on. So it's a very big job, but luckily I love music making. And yeah, so I do enjoy it too.
So can you tell me more about your live streaming that you do on Sundays?
Yes, so the live streaming, that was something I started in 2020 when we weren't able to go out and gig in the real world. And it was actually really nice because I got to play to people all around the world started tuning in. There's a few people in the UK actually who tune into the live stream every week. And it was really good to make those new connections. And since now we are able to resume gigging in the real world again, I decided to keep that going just on the Sunday. So I have a regular Sunday gig, and I also live stream that on my Facebook page.
Have you thought about going further afield from Australia, going on towards around Europe, maybe UK, point near future?
Yes, I would love to. Again, yeah, Australia is a long way away, and it is very costly to get over there. But I would definitely love to if I had the opportunity. Yes, I'd love to come over and play.
So, can you tell my listeners, where can I find you on your social media?
So I'm on Facebook at Crystal Robbins Music, on Instagram at Crystal Robbins _music. I also have a TikTok, which I don't use as much, but I'm giving it a try. And I have a website, crystalrobbinsmusic.com.
Thank you. Let me chat to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Goodbye.
All right, thanks. See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.